You guys remember back in the day when those clown cars would fit like 10 people inside of those clown cars and there'd be no issues with the cars? As a matter of fact, you ever been in a car with a bunch of people and you're sure the weight of all those people would destroy the car? Yeah, me neither. I've never really had that moment where all the weight would destroy one thing. As a matter of fact, I've moved most of my entire apartment, which is significantly more than most things. It weighs quite a ton. It weighs quite a megaton, one might say. And I have been looking at a story as of late that is Dank Demas. Dank Demas is suing Uber, Lyft, whatever Lyft, because she was too big to fit inside of a Lyft. Now, I've been seeing the story for quite some time. I've been seeing it. I'm seeing it go around. And I'm seeing everybody agree that she's far too big to fit in the car. Now, I'm going to point out two things. One, she's big. Just going to point that out. We know that. She's huge. Two, here goes the actual car, and we can actually see what is going on in here. We can see that's the size of the car. That's what's going on. She is being denied entry into the car by this person right here, and we can see it right there. It's pretty low to the ground. He says the car can't handle her size. I'm picking up what they're putting down, and I'm seeing everybody just defending the driver, saying, she's huge, she can't fit in cars, she can't do that, that's ridiculous, she's bringing the car down, she's doing this, she's doing that. All right, so this is what's killing me. I can get the jokes and all that jazz. Yeah, they're funny. Oh, she's as big as an elephant. I grasp it. She's so big. I get it. Cars are strong. Are we forgetting that cars are strong? You're not gonna outclass a car. A lot of people are telling me all that singular weight into one area is going to destroy the car. No, I don't think it's going to destroy the car in that capacity. I don't think it's going to. If your car sucks that bad where it can't handle the weight of one 480-pound woman, then don't do Lyft and Uber, maybe, perhaps. I'm not quite sure. I'm saying you can still do Lyft and Uber, obviously, but if you're that concerned, that's crazy. Now, what I don't agree with about the entire situation is her lawyers saying that, this is segregation. This is Lyft hit with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit over driver telling this morbidly obese rapper his car isn't big enough for her. Her lawyers say it's segregation. It's not segregation. It's not. It's not segregation. It's discrimination. And also, this is a lie. The headline is a lie. Lawyers aren't saying it's segregation. They're saying it's based on the same laws in Michigan. That's discrimination. Now, I'm from Michigan, from Detroit. Just want to point that out here. I live in Ohio right now, but I am from Detroit. I actually do know who this rapper is. She's big. I've met her in person. I've seen her a few times around. She's huge. She's gigantic. She is literally enormous. That's genuinely the entire fact of the matter, right? And people are tearing her apart. People are like, wow, she needs to lose weight. Oh my goodness. What's that? It's nonsensical. Now, she is big enough to warrant actual concern for her health. That's true. She is that big. However, she is not big enough to destroy a car. She could have fit in the car. She could have sat in the middle of the back seat, and that would have been good distribution for the weight. A lot of people are bringing up weight distribution. A lot of people are saying that. The driver is in the wrong here because the car can handle her weight. Cars can handle a lot of weight. If it was truly that detrimental of a weight issue, she would know when she got in the car and she would have no case. And the driver could then tell her, I tried to deny you for getting in the car, but you were too big and you have now damaged my car. And then that would be a reverse situation instead of automatically assuming that she couldn't get in the car. From what I've seen, from all the videos I've seen, from the evidence I've seen, she didn't even get in the car. She didn't even have the chance to get in the car. From what I've seen everywhere else, she didn't have the chance to get in the car. That's from what I've seen. That's everything from what I've seen. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she would have blown the four-cylinder. It was already ticking. That man has 70 miles in the car. He was the car to handle. These family members would go drop. My man could have bottomed out. So I'm seeing a lot of stuff like this. Now I do want to point out, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this, right? I could deeply be incorrect about the weight distribution of the car. I really could. I could be wrong that it's bottoming out. People are saying they have obese family members that do this to their cars. I could be 100% wrong. And if I'm wrong, I take it on the chin. If I'm wrong, this lawsuit is worthless 100%. If I'm wrong, all glory to the Most High, I will take that on the chin. However, the amount of emotional dragging that is going on, the amount of nonsense, that alone is just cause for just emotional mess. I know what it's like to get destroyed on the internet. This is a lot for her. Now, should she be this big, all this jazz? No, not realistically. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is significantly unhealthy to be this big. It is. Now, a lot of people are probably gonna comment and say, "You're being fat phobic. You're fat shaming." This is very important to me. She's not ugly. She's not pretty. She's not. Fat shaming more so distributes on the aspect of not pretty. I would hang out with her. Fat shaming does that. Fat shaming pushes someone away and makes them feel like they're not worthy of, being a part of anything. That's what it's. I'm not doing that to this person. This woman, I'm not doing that. I am telling you, person to person, that she is big enough to where it is literally an issue on her. It's genuinely an issue. It's an issue for her health to be that big. It is not healthy. Is she beautiful? Yes. Is she obviously she's having issues with the Uber and Lyft driver. That's great. We understand that. I get it. People are making a bunch of jokes like, "Oh, she needs a forklift, all this jazz. She's a nonsensical. She's huge." Obviously, it's Twitter. They're gonna make jokes. However, on my Instagram, I posted this morning, and holy, one, I've discovered people don't read. All right, so here goes the first thing, right? I post a link to the GoFundMe that I'm doing in my story, right? And the first comment I see is, "She does not warrant a GoFundMe if she wants to shoot doing on her own dime." Now, I discovered that people don't read. People don't read. The GoFundMe is not for her. The GoFundMe in my story is for me, right? They couldn't do see how fast that took? 2 seconds to actually click on the GoFundMe, right? It's nuts. She'll fit in a combat sedan, all this jazz. People are just roasting her, tearing her apart. Yeah, 5 people, yeah, but not 5 people in one place. It can 5 people not across the seats, not in the other dimension. This is insane. This is what's destroying me. It's I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm dumb. Because I've had big people in my car. I used to have a really small car. I commonly get smaller cars. And a lot of my cars are beaters. Like cars that are genuine beaters. And I often have people in my car that are bigger people. 300 pounds, 400 pounds. I have bigger people in my car. What's destroying me about this entire situation is I don't think she's too big. Maybe I'm dumb. And I could be wrong. I could be inadvertently being a contrarian and playing devil's advocate here for no good reason. I could be wrong. But this is nuts. I think, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that suing for millions, though, for millions, is crazy. That's just nuts. That's just nuts. I do hope she gets some compensation, but millions is crazy. That's off one driver, really, off one driver. If she wins this lawsuit, it is going to be such a psychotic change in the way Lyft and Uber operates on a fundamental scale. They're going to have car registration and restrictions. It will actually cause irreversible damage for how cars are actually picked for Lyft and Uber. That's what will happen. This will have no good effects on if she wins this lawsuit. It will have no good effects on anyone anywhere. It just won't. And I find that disgusting and demoralizing. I really do. And I feel like I'm the only person that thinks that. I feel like I'm the only person that is saying, hey, she could fit in the car. I don't support people being morbidly obese. I don't, especially if they're morbidly obese to the point where they could actively lose their life. I don't support that. But I'm thinking realistically that she could fit in the car. That's where I'm at right now. I'm thinking with my whole chest and my brain, it's nuts. And the comment, what I said was, this is just what I said in the thing. It just makes me think. I said, all this situation has done is allow people to fat shame her deeply. Is she big? Yes. But to not fit a car when a car can hold 5 people, you're wild to think that. Cars can, I feel like cars can hold a lot. I feel like cars are designed for that. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. and people were just tearing her apart. I hate seeing this. I feel like I brought her out to get destroyed too. I really did. I genuinely feel like I did that to her. This is nuts. Like, people were just tearing her apart, and I feel bad for this. Now, am I gonna take this down? No, I'm not gonna do that. That's part of my job. So I'm just not gonna do that. That's just realistic. I'm not gonna do that. If she specifically asks me, reaches out and says this is personally affecting her, I will take it down. Or if she does some defamation lawsuit in which I can get personally sued for this, I'll take it down. But right now, this is just a whole psychotic situation, and it's weird. It's strange. The whole thing's strange. I don't get it. Anyways, a lot of people are gonna call me fat phobic or probably in the future because of this and stuff like that. I just want to point out that I used to be 250 pounds. I used to be 250 pounds when I was younger. I was huge, and I worked out, and I got to where I'm at right now. And because I was that big, I was having a horrifying amount of health complications. You can be big and you can be in shape. I just want to point that out right now. That's really possible. However, by all means, man, by all genuine means, work out, work on yourself. Just one of the few things we can do where our bodies is move it. Being that big is a bit much. She's not ugly. She just is big. That's what I want to get across, and really what I want to hammer down this entire video. That's the whole thing. I've seen a lot of people call her ugly, hippo, all this jazz. She's not ugly. That's just unrealistic. That's just unfair. That's just not true. But yeah, thank you.